my name is Thabiso. I'm 18 years old, and I was born in Mtetema, Johannesburg. My mom and I moved to Cape Town when I was 5. We moved to my grandparents' house that is located at Native Yard 141, number 32. We lived in a house of 6. It was myself, my 2 aunts, and my 2 cousins. My mom grew up in Guguletu. She went to a school there. She lived in a house of 10 siblings, an overcrowded house with only 2 bedrooms. She describes growing up in Guguletu to have been very uncomfortable and dangerous. Often, they'd get surprise visits by the SAP with tear gases flying through their back window, forcing them to evacuate their own home. Guguletu youth and the community at this time always had something to fight for, an objective to overcome, like fighting the liberation struggle, with a vision to transform the economic and social life. 40 years later, here I am. I take 2 taxis on a single trip to my school in Camps Bay. I wake up at 5 a.m. A large portion of my mom's income is budgeted on lunch and transport money, including the fees. The youth and the community in Guguletu today no longer sees reason to work together to develop our economic and social life, but finds being cool working against one another. I hesitate, I'm scared to enter my friend's area that's only a couple of minutes away from my own because of all the gang wars that are taking place. 40 years later, after almost 2 decades, nothing has changed in Guguletu. Why am I not seeing investment companies? Why am I not seeing hospitals being built? There's not a single law firm that exists in Guguletu, and it's 18 years. I'm tired of traveling every day to Camps Bay when we have schools in Guguletu that we can uplift. I'm tired of waking up every day at 5 a.m. when we have schools in Guguletu that we can uplift. Why am I not seeing Asians, whites, colored students at our township schools? Why haven't things changed? My mom's generation was denied the right to vote. Today we are. They were allowed equal opportunities. They were never allowed equal opportunities. Today we are. The economic development was restricted. Ours isn't. But why haven't things changed? There needs to be a radical mind shift. There needs to be a change in the way we think. The way we run our society is faulty. It needs to change. Why is it that when I told you I was from Guguletu, it was immediately associated with negative connotations, riddled with gangs, with drug abuse, wearing with gangs, murderers, rapists, killers? I know you think that. I know you do. Would your perception of me have been any different if I had told you at the beginning of my talk that I was coming from Rondebosch? We have many unsolved problems in Guguletu, but with those problems comes an ambitious and talented youth that needs to be more recognized. A youth that needs to be validated for their strengths. Perception needs to change. The scariest thing to discover is that we don't only suffer mental apartheid as South Africans, but we're losing our identity with it. We're slowly peeling off our inherent ways to adopt dominant Western ways. The way we talk has changed. The way we walk has changed. Even my friend's current Facebook status right now is saying something about his swag and hustle. The very same local hip-hop artists that are coming from the very same townships I'm coming from all of a sudden have an American accent. These people have never even been to America, but all of a sudden, the way they talk has changed. We must not lose value. We must not lose pride in ourselves as South Africans, as Africans. We must not lose pride, because we do have values. We have a culture and we have a heritage. In 1994, South Africa was declared a democracy, equal opportunity. That to me is sensation. That to me is fictional. Rainbow Nation, when the way we think hasn't changed. Because the black person still is dependent on a white person for job opportunities. A white person still looks at themselves as being upper class to a black person. How can we claim equal opportunity and transformation when the way we view ourselves as African hasn't changed? There needs to be a radical revolution, and that means change in perception, the way we think as Africans. And we can never move forward. Yes, the change in policies and laws in 1994 was decorated with the theme Rainbow Nation. It sounded nice, but it is absolutely fictional until the way we think for both black, whites, Asians, gold, red, whatever we label ourselves has changed. Apartheid is still happening, and we are letting it happen.